In day 14 of the Mark Torrey Jr. murder trial, the defense rests. Nick Delgado has full details.
He's hoping to be the island's next governor. Carl Gutierrez announces his plans to run one more time.
And Gita has unveiled a new marketing campaign to attract investors to the island. Hapaday and good evening, everybody. The defense rests. That call came just a day after accused murder suspect and ex-police officer Mark Torrey Jr. took to the witness stand.
KUAM's Nick Delgado has more.
On behalf of defendant Mark A. Torrey Jr., the defense rests.
Another day closer to closing arguments, defense attorney Jay Ariola wrapping up his list of witnesses Thursday afternoon, the day after his client Mark Torrey Jr. testified.
Did something happen to you that night?
Yes, sir.
What happened? I had a blackout.
That testimony heard Wednesday is now being backed by San Francisco-based psychiatrist Dr. Pablo Stewart.
My opinion is that at the time of the shooting death of Mr. Piolo, that Mark Torrey was suffering from an alcohol-induced blackout.
The defense calling Dr. Stewart to reaffirm with the court that Torrey Jr. was so drunk that it was entirely possible for him to not remember much of the events that happened the day Officer Bert Piolo was shot.
I reviewed a tremendous amount of police records, police reports regarding this incident. I reviewed a number of, I don't know if they would be separate from the police reports, but 911 calls, what do they call body cam videos. Most people that have alcohol-induced blackouts have what we call fragmentary blackouts, where they retain some memories, but it's more like flashes of events. You might remember one thing here, you might remember another thing.
On Wednesday, Torrey Jr. testified he could only recall being at the beach bar in Tumon before he suddenly heard the gun go off. Torrey said he would phase in and out of consciousness. It wasn't until later that morning he realized he had suffered from a blackout.
More recent studies make it very clear that about 50% of drinkers, not alcoholics, 50% of people who drink experience periods of amnesia.
Torrey told the court he did not shoot Piolo and was only trying to stop him from pulling the gun on himself. Meantime, Dr. Stewart also reconfirmed on the stand that previous medical evaluations diagnosing Torrey Jr. with PTSD are accurate. Judge Michael Berdalio instructed the jury about Dr. Stewart's testimony and how they should consider it come time for deliberations.
Their testimony is only for the purpose of assisting you in analyzing whether the statements made by Mr. Torrey Jr. And how much of them to believe or not.
And a slight turn of events as an initial defense witness was called up by the prosecution for its rebuttal. That witness, Terry Tenorio, the lieutenant governor's sister, who said she was friends with Officer Piolo. When asked whether Piolo ever showed any signs that he was depressed, her response, absolutely not. The prosecution's rebuttal witnesses also included several Guam police officers involved in the investigation. Trial continues Friday morning. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Nick Delgado.
One defendant is asking the court to sever charges filed against him in hopes the jury won't misinterpret the video evidence captured from two separate crime scenes. Crystal Paco reports.
Not once, but twice, defendant J.C. White was caught on camera. First in Tumon, and then in East Taganya in the parking lot of Linda's Cafe. The incidents occurred within an hour of each other. As reported, White, along with Alfredo Castro and Richard Regadio, who's already pleaded guilty to hindering apprehension, were charged for the death of their friend, Brian Cruz. That October night, the group were out drinking when White allegedly struck Cruz in the head, knocking him unconscious. The men proceeded to place Cruz in the back of the car and headed to Linda's to eat, where a riot broke out. White, seen on restaurant surveillance footage, allegedly instigating the fight and throwing a punch. Because of the riot, police were able to discover Cruz, still unconscious, in the back seat. Cruz was hospitalized for days before dying of severe head injuries. In a motion filed by White's attorney, Randy Cunliffe, earlier this year, defense requests the court sever the charges, that the Tumon incident and Linda's coffee shop riot be dealt with separately because the video evidence may be used by the jury inappropriately. Quote, with regard to the incident in Tumon, Defendant White will be relying upon, among other things, the justification of self-defense and defense of a third person. Defendant White's behavior at Linda's may be relied upon by the jury in reaching a determination of his responsibility in his actions in Tumon, end quote. Prosecutor Matthew Heibel filed the government's opposition to severing the charges, noting the cases are logically related to each other. Quote, the only way Brian Cruz was discovered was from police on the scene of the Linda's Cafe fight beginning their investigation by looking into the cars parked there. By talking about the investigation, the subject of the Linda's Cafe fight will have to be brought up, and White was the initiator of the entire event at Linda's. How Cruz was found and under what circumstances logically relate the two offenses together. Moreover, White's subsequent actions toward Cruz, leaving him in the car while proceeding to get into another fight, tends to show recklessness, which is an element of manslaughter and aggravated assault, end quote. In a hearing on Thursday morning, Judge Michael Bordallo noted he's taken the matter under advisement. A follow-up hearing is set for March 23rd. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Keeping with the Linda's coffee shop riot, he was the only defendant who opted to face a jury, but was eventually convicted. Now, Defense for Liberty Conception is asking the court for a judgment of acquittal or a new trial. Although Conception was scheduled to be sentenced Thursday, he and his attorney were no-shows. According to filings by attorney David Lujan, there wasn't enough evidence to support a conviction. He maintains his client was acting out of defense of another, and at best, Conception gave a hard shove to the victim, but did not cause or attempt to cause bodily injury. The government's opposition argues otherwise. Judge Michael Bordallo has taken the motion under advisement.
The Department of Corrections, in other news, has a stiffer stance on contraband. Effective today, all visitors and staff are subject to a complete vehicle check. DEFCOR Deputy Director Kate Baltazar says the vehicle checks are a joint operation between DOC's Special Operations and Response Team and the Guam Customs and Quarantine Agency's K-9 unit.
Our responsibility is to make sure that contraband drugs, that nature, don't make it onto the complex. And whoever you are, be it an employee, an officer, a visitor, you will be subject to search. The drug dogs will be brought around every vehicle. And if the drug dog alerts the presence of any contraband, further searches could happen. So we're doing this unannounced. It may not be daily. Likewise, it may be every day for a month. It's something that we feel is effective.
Similar searches were conducted on prison guards who reported for duty Sunday morning. Baltazar confirms a guard is currently under investigation after drug dogs flagged down the guard's vehicle for possible contraband. The zero tolerance policy follows a major drug bust involving guard Ronald Pereira, who was allegedly smuggling $30,000 of crystal meth into the compound while reporting for duty. He faces federal charges. Well, as you saw today on social media and reacted to, he served 8 years as the island's chief executive and again hopes to make a return to Adelup. Former Guam Governor Carl Gutierrez announced from his Agana Heights home that he is running in the hopes to be the island's next governor in 2018. Gutierrez has not selected a running mate as of yet, and although he says he hopes to use his experience to get leaders in the nation's capital and the Trump administration to obtain more benefits for Guam, he also calls himself a very hands-on leader and wants to work more with millennials.
I've heeded the call of about thousands of people out there in the community who want to see Guam come back where in 1995 to 2003, Carl Gutierrez and Jerry Gutierrez were real Magalahi and First Lady because they felt that the governor was acting like a Magalahi, where he is accessible, she is accessible.
For the time being, Senator Frank Hogan Jr. and former Senator Lou Leon Guerrero have announced their separate bids on the Democratic ticket, while current Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio is running on the Republican side. Nick Delgado has an extensive interview with former Governor Gutierrez from his home. You can stream that right now on our YouTube channel.
The Guam Election Commission, in the meantime, is holding a regular meeting tonight where commissioners expected to discuss its budget for the next fiscal year. Although the governor's office set a ceiling less than what was approved, Executive Director Maria Pangilinan says the approved increase will address next year's gubernatorial election. In the meantime, Pangilinan says it's up to the commissioners if they want to discuss the recent developments in the race for governor. She says the GEC is mindful of several candidates who've announced their intent to run in next year's race. She has only one potential candidate, that being Senator Frank Uggan Jr., has submitted an organizational report for governor. The reports are required for candidates who spend or collect more than $250. This will also mark the first GEC meeting since former Senator and Bank of Guam President Lulian Guerrero had announced on Canadian-Filipino comedian Mikey Busto's YouTube channel that she has all intentions to run for governor, with Auto-Spot Vice President Joshua Tenorio as a running mate. Leon Guerrero's husband, Jeff Cook, is currently the GEC's legal counsel.
Stay tuned, everybody. Primetime continues right after this. You're watching KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Do you want to get discounts at local restaurants like Lone Star, CPK, Capricciosa, Delmonico Kitchen and Bar, Manhattan Steakhouse, Tony Roma's, and lots more? What about 25% off on all natural and organic items at Payless Supermarket Daily? It's all part of Guam's largest rewards club, the Calvo's Lifestyle Club. Join today for free as an added benefit to being a Calvo's Insurance customer. Just show your Lifestyle Club card at over 50 of our rewards partners to start saving more. It's just one of the ways Calvo's Insurance helps you live a better lifestyle.
Hi, I'm interested in one of your new Samsung devices.
I've got just the one for you.
We opened our online store, upgraded our website, and increased our call center to better serve customers.
Yeah! What do you think?
Solid.
Connect with KUAM News. Find us on your favorite social media platform. Follow us and stay in the know with Guam's news leader.
Afternoon, welcome back. A Teason High School parent apparently got the runaround when trying to file a police report at the Dededo precinct Wednesday. Parent Catherine Akininoke said she attempted to make an assault complaint on behalf of her son at 1 p.m., but was told officers couldn't take the complaint because they were busy with other calls and would instead go to her residence later that day.
Yet 4 hours later, she received another call saying that the Guam Police Department was still busy responding to other calls and could not make it. While frustrated initially, Akininoke said GPD's Juvenile Investigation Section contacted her later that evening, and she says she's scheduled to meet with them Friday, during which time she plans to file charges against 2 students who were captured on camera beating her son last week. In an interview with KUAM that you saw last night, she says she was shocked that the students did not try and stop the fight, and additionally asks island youth to please stop the violence.
Misinformation and miscommunication. That's how Department of Administration Director Christine Boleto described concerns that fiscal challenges led to Ukadu High School students being told they would not attend the National Post Art Competition in April.
The issue with respect to the students going on their trip to compete is not a DOA issue. It has nothing to do with us releasing money to them. There are contractual issues that deal with federal funding that actually support the program that DOE and GCC need to resolve. And that's why
officials, including GCC President Mary Okada and Senator Joe San Augustine and Acting Superintendent Joe Sanchez, discussed the issue this morning. According to San Augustine, they were able to resolve the miscommunication, and the ProStart students can rest assured that they will be able to compete in South Carolina.
And that is good news. Now, in other headlines, 4 of the island's mayors joined the Guam Land Use Commission today for the first impaneled hybrid commission to discuss a nearly 40-year-old project over in Windward Hills. Our Ken Quintanilla explains in our next report.
He's only been on the job for less than 3 months, but for Jotnya Mayor Jesse Blas, he's now part of the first hybrid commission convened on Thursday by the Guam Land Use Commission. The first project under task is Wonderful Resorts, a new project proposed in the Windward Hills Country Club in Jotnya.
And it's nice that they're using the concept of smart growth, meaning growing with the economy. They're not going to instantly build 700 plus homes. They'll probably disrupt the way of life in our nearby villages. So it's nice that they're using that concept.
The hybrid commission is impaneled to ensure municipal concerns are heard, and if a project costs more than $3 million. Architect Michael Blas Maquillo spoke on behalf of the Wonderful Resorts and presented the master plan.
So the development it's set up for the rental market. We've discussed elements like senior active living housing. Again, we want to have a rounded community. We don't want to develop a community that's so targeted that it actually becomes obsolete once a particular market leaves.
The project would sit on 168 acres of the Windward Hills Country Club, and as part of the PUD, would consist of single and multi-family homes, duplexes, a hotel, and recreational spaces.
They're not luxury homes. These are not $1 million homes. They are good quality executive homes. So I think, we're shooting for something that's at market level or above.
Phase 1 would include 16 dwelling units and phase 2 with 68. The total units would be 488, with the last phase incorporating the hotel component, one Maquillo describes as about 6 stories or dinky. Maquillo noted the developers did a door-to-door campaign, only reaching out to some residents, and even had discussions with regulatory agencies like GWA, GPA, and Guam EPA. A traffic impact assessment was also performed, and the developers note the existing road network would have adequate capacity to handle both existing and additional volume of traffic. After meeting with the developers before and listening to the presentation today, Mayor Blas says he supports it.
The idea of putting water tanks in there is also in support of making sure that the neighboring areas will have their water. And then, of course, the sewage, they're going to grow with the change of sewage plans that are coming for the southern development. So I think that's a great idea.
And while he approves of the project, Chairman John Arroyo gave a recommendation to the developers in light of concern from some residents.
I would highly recommend that you do some kind of town hall or something with your neighbors, because I think there is some concern, about the infrastructure and how that's going to affect, their enjoyment of the homes that they have there right now.
The hybrid GLUC unanimously accepted the master plan submitted for the Wonderful Resorts project. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.
Thanks, Ken. Also at today's GLUC meeting, commissioners approved the 6-month progress report for the Pago Bay Ocean Resort, but with conditions. It was last year the GLUC issued a notice to show cause over changes to the layout and lack of financial documentation. While the GLUC accepted the company's responses last month, they only formally addressed it today as all commissioners were present. The GLUC approved the report conditionally, with the Pago Bay developers having to submit documentation that they have the financial ability to actually complete the project. The developers are expected to report back to the GLUC next in May.
Well, more money and more prosperity for Guam is the aim of a new branding campaign, hoping to pull in millions of dollars in investments for the island's economy. It's our next story with Isa Baza.
The Guam Economic Development Authority is making a splash in 2017.
The big splash that we did also make last night in our closing is the brand new website.
According to GITA Administrator Jay Rojas, InvestGuam.com is the first and biggest part of a new branding campaign with the tagline Moving Forward. It aims to facilitate greater investment in the island by putting information at the fingertips of prospective bondholders.
So we've set up a page on our website called Economic Indicators. Here we have our population projections. We have our GDP. We have information on our consumer price index, how the military population, what its breakdown is, the labor workforce, our unemployment rates, the price of gas, anything that would be important to people who are looking at economic investment.
The page will be translated into 4 languages, including Cantonese, Mandarin, Japanese, and Korean. The branding launch was announced just as GITA hosts the 2017 Invest Guam Symposium. 7 bondholders representing more than $960 million worth of investments in government agencies including DOE, GPA, GWA, and others are attending.
They are actually out looking at the investments that they've made. So some of them have actually invested in some of the waterworks and Guam Power Authority projects. So we've toured the Gangan project, the PD power plant, some of the water and wastewater facilities. They're very interested in what happens with the military buildup, so we were able to secure a tour with Anderson for them.
Rojas said the symposium presentations are all available online. And as far as Guam's economic climate and feedback from investors, so far it's been positive.
In all honesty, what they've been asking for is when are you going to come out to the market again? Ken Kurtz from Moody's has actually been quoted in Bloomberg last week as calling us the star territory. These investors think the same thing of us.
The branding campaign cost roughly $50,000 and included changing the GITA logo to a symbol more representative of the local culture. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
A rather humble ceremony down at the District Court of Guam today. 25 people were welcomed as American citizens during a naturalization ceremony. The participants come from countries like Belize, Mexico, South Korea, the Philippines, and Thailand. Colonel Samuel Smith with the 36th Wing at Anderson Air Force Base was the keynote speaker who offered some words of wisdom.
I want to see your differences because the differences is what makes us great. So never shy away from your differences. Absolutely embrace what it means to be an American citizen. You guys went through the training and earned the right to be American citizens, but never lose what makes you you, because part of you makes us us.
The event also allowed the new American citizens to celebrate and learn a little bit about Black History Month, which is observed every February in the U.S.
Well, when it comes to creativity, our friends at Google, you've probably heard of them. They've got a few bucks. They know exactly where to go. The annual Doodle for Google competition, which receives hundreds of thousands of entries from students hoping to have their artwork featured on the Google homepage as the doodle, and that is an honor. Now this year, GIGO student Claire Fadul needs your help as she is one of 53 winners, and Google legal assistant Ethan Bodenstein says she needs to make it to the top 5.
You guys can go onto doodleforgoogle.com and you can vote for Claire's doodle. I believe it is 1 vote per computer. So you might have to use, mom's smartphone, grandma's tablet, your computer's in the library. But everyone, vote for Claire.
The 5 national finalists will have their artwork featured on Google, while the national winner will take home a $30,000 college scholarship and a $50,000 grant for a school computer lab or technology program. Voting begins on Friday. We have got a tweet already up. You guys can bookmark the URL, go there, and support this talented young lady. Let us get her in there.
Right, and you should note that out of 400,000 submissions, she was one of the 53 that was selected and moves on to the voting.
And if there's one thing we know how to do here, one thing we know how to do here on the island, we support each other. So make sure, vote often, share, retweet, like, do whatever you got to do. Let's get her in the competition.
All right, stay tuned. Sports is coming up next, but first, here's weather.
I prepare, I train through strength, determination, and focus. You can overcome anything because every step, every move brings you closer to your goals. This is what makes you an alpha.
At Cars Plus and Mighty, we're celebrating President's Day in a huge way. Nothing says boss like the Ram 1500, voted Guam's best truck 2 years in a row. Take up to $4,750 off, or the Jeep Wrangler. Take up to $2,500 off. How about the award-winning 2017 Hyundai Accent, now $12,995, or the redesigned 2017 Hyundai Elantra, now $16,995. Visit CarsPlusGuam.com today for quick and easy financing. It's all happening right here at Cars Plus and Mighty, celebrating President's Day all month long. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Is your old ride letting you down? Then play Micronesia Mall's Ride Away Flyaway game and win 3 rides from Triple J Auto Group, plus 30 flyaways to Manila on Philippine Airlines. Just present mall receipts to enter and win the 2017 Kia Soul, the 2017 Mazda 3 Sport, the 2017 Kia Forte, and instant prizes from Burger King and Foot Locker. Shop and win more cars, trips, and prizes when you play Micronesia Mall's Ride Away Flyaway game.
This is what precision sounds like. Sound dampening technologies like triple door seals that help keep outside noise out.
Talk about getting out of a tight spot.
Introducing the midsize pickup only GMC could build.
In more ways than one.
Canyon from GMC. This is the precision of professional grade. Get $5,000 cash back on select 2016 GMC Canyon vehicles in stock. Visit AutoSpot GMC today.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Off a day, Guam, Chris Barnett, one day closer to Friday. Woohoo! It's KUAM Sports, proudly brought to you by Triple J. Coming up, news about the United Airlines Guam Marathon. But first, like we always do, every last 2 Thursdays of the month, we profile an outstanding scholar athlete. The GW Lady Geckos rugby team, 11-0, a big part of that winning recipe, Alana Garcia. That being said, here's today's episode of Game Changers. Alana Garcia is addicted to the rush. She's been playing football since she was 10 years old. The George Washington High School junior is one of the stars of the Lady Geckos' undefeated 11-0 rugby squad. She'll be suiting up for the legacy team in the Bud Light Women's Tackle Football League this season, and she's also a member of the Masakata, the Guam women's national soccer team. She's one of the youngest members on the squad, and she's proud to represent the island, often against much bigger countries.
It's like this adrenaline, just a rush, and it just feels good to represent our island of Guam and being a part of the Masakata team.
Now, soccer was her second sport. Alana cut her teeth and made a name for herself playing running back for the Giants organization in the Guam National Youth Football Federation.
Just believed in myself. I built up the confidence, and I just told myself I could do it.
Just do it. The old saying is a big part of Alana's sports philosophy, and she has done it at every level she's played at. But it was hitting the gridiron against boys her age that helped her hone her love of full contact sports.
I just like how they didn't treat me like a girl. They treated me as a football player.
Alana is a role model for other young ladies, and it makes her proud to see more girls coming out in the GNYFF.
It feels good to see more girls coming out, playing with the boys, and showing that they're aggressive too, and they have what it takes to play football as well.
Now, turning 15 meant saying goodbye to youth football, so Alana turned her full attention to the Geckos. She's played soccer for G-Dub since she was a freshman and even did a year in wrestling. But when her sister took up rugby, Alana was right behind her.
We played against each other at different schools because she went to academy, so also a good feeling too to hit my sister.
She's proud of her good grades, and like any scholar athlete knows, sometimes it's a juggling act to balance academics and athletics.
I try to do as much as I can during school because once school is over, I have to get ready for practice. I have to go home, do chores, and then come to practice. If we have extra time in class, I'll take advantage of it.
Alana has the deepest gratitude to her parents. They've supported her every move on every field she's played on. She also says if her coaches didn't believe in her, it would have been hard to find the confidence she needed to succeed. So whether she's leading the Lady Geckos to a probable girls rugby title or representing Guam on the pitch in far-flung corners of the world, expect her to play hard and stay humble. And that's what makes Helena Garcia a game changer. The 5th annual United Airlines Guam Marathon features the 5K, 10K, and I'll see you at the half marathon, and of course the full marathon April 9th. Organizers announcing some special perks for participants today at the press conference held at the PIC Hotel. Runners can look forward to the Hafa Day Expo and the new Runners Perks program, Eat Shop Run, and of course that super popular, super chowful post-race barbecue beach party.
We're very happy with the participation in this year's event so far. So this year, as of today, we have over 2,200 runners that are registered. This same period last year, we had about 1,600 runners registered. So it's about a 30% increase in runner participation. So it's a really nice trend. Runners on Guam should be aware that registration closes on April 4th at midnight. However, we reopen registration at the expo. So if you don't make registration by April 4th, if there's, you may be traveling or you may think you may be traveling, you can always register at the running expo itself.
Guam Basketball Confederation announcing tryouts for 3-on-3 indoor games to be held in Turkmenistan, scheduled for September 15th to 24th of this year. Tryouts held at the FD Phoenix Center Saturday, February 25th from 12 to 2 in the afternoon. This is both for men's and women's teams. Qualifications. Player or parents must be born on Guam or have a minimum 5 consecutive years residency on Guam, and you must hold a U.S. passport. For info, contact Coach Jinhan. Email jhan_92@yahoo.com. Triple J Auto Group, the Robbie Weber Youth Soccer League results. Upper Age Division EFR Southern Cobras Black 7-1 over Guam Shipyard. The Cobras looking to defend their title, looking good too. Another U18 matches. ASC Trust Islanders Betney defeating the Tigers 4-1, and the FC Barragata Crushers defeated the EFR Southern Cobras Gray. Matson Southern Heat receiving a bye. All right, Guam. Hey, until tomorrow, Friday. Woohoo! You keep on shining. My name's Chris. Adios.
Turn the music up. Let me feel the beat. Let me feel the pulse. Oh, the sound so sweet. With the lights down low. Let my cares just go. Got me in a trance. I just wanna dance. Dance. Got my body moving, got me shaking, shaking. I just wanna dance. Got my body moving, got my body moving, got me shaking, shaking. I just wanna dance. Got my body moving, got my body moving, got me shaking, shaking. I just wanna dance.
I had a dream. I walked into a dealership, picked out a new car, gave them no money, and they're letting me drive it for free the next 3 months.
At Nissan Guam, your dream has become a reality during the premier New Year event. For the new year, you can drive away a new Nissan with no money down and not make a payment for the next 3 months. It's on the house, no money down. We make your first 3 payments. Just sign and drive away. For details, stop by Nissan Upper Tumon or log on nissanguam.com.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
You're about to go down, boy. Oh, yeah? I'll show you, buddy. How you like me now? Bring it on. I'll shut you up. Oh, yeah? Come on.
When it comes to trucks, we have to put our foot down. Anything with a Ford badge on it has to crank the most power, the most torque, and get the absolute best fuel economy. Ford F-150, America's best-selling truck for 40 straight years.
That's it, boys. Fight it out for second place.
You know the mountain is built for tough.
In the Mix is right around the corner, but first, the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club proudly welcomes Olivia, who has a birthday today. It's birthday number 1, and this is coming from Great Aunt Din, Great Grandma Ugin, and your family.
Happy 19th birthday to Kalia Ray Sylvia from the Miners family.
Clint McGregor Cruz, happy birthday from the Agate Fire Station, our friends down there.
Happy birthday to Jojo Sablon from Ellie Joe and Josiah and the entire family.
That's a lot of Joes. I would love to be at the party at the house and say, hey, Joe, and 9 people turn around. That's awesome. Jennifer Ann Sarmiento Cruz also has a birthday today. So, Jennifer, we hope you had a wonderful day.
Happy birthday to Jesse Santiago. Again, wishing you good health, happiness, and a great year ahead. We love you from your wife, Linda, Phil, Denise, Joe, Cassie, Gano, Haley, Tao, Matahu, and Drew Phillip.
There is one side benefit to being a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. You can have Sabrina flash that $1 million smile as she tries to pronounce your name.
Sorry if I got it wrong.
Well done. All right, but you know, it is as fun as it seems and absolutely free. So make sure you go to KUAM.com and register, and you are in. Guaranteed.
Stay tuned. In the Mix is next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
Hoffa Guam, welcome to another episode of In the Mix. I'm Jonathan Charfris. Thanks so much for tuning in. Coming up in tonight's show, we take a look at the exclusive Legends of Guam collection that you can only find at La Sports Sac. A little bit later in KUM Connections, we get a preview of the NBC news series Chicago Justice from creator Dick Wolf. We'll also get all the details to the latest event with I-94 called I Rock the Mic. And we'll close out the show tonight with Angelo Molinas when he performed on Live Local Fridays. But let's start things off with Long Live Clothing, who recently had their grand opening in Tamuning. Here's more. Last Friday, local clothing brand Long Live launched its flagship store surrounded by family and friends. Located in Tamuning next to Manny's Bake Shop in the Hoffa Exchange Complex, Long Live aims to promote and celebrate the lifestyle of bros being bros. That's their words. Incorporating all forms of art and the lifestyle that surrounds skateboarding. Jeremiah Iglesias is media coordinator and part owner.
Long Live started at 2010, and it was originally created with Alex Gonzalez, Jeff Ejan, Jonathan Jose, and John Melisa. And they were just boys just hanging out, and they wanted to create something like, try to create a local brand within the community of what they think is cool and what they wanted to do that interests them.
Iglesias would join the guys in 2013. Believe it or not, he says the name Long Live all started when the logo was created first. And although the streetwear brand is heavily influenced by skateboarding, other creative outlets are explored as well.
Within the crew, we not only skateboard, but we do photography, we do art, we do like music. So within all that, it's just an outlet that we use to express ourselves. So what within the brand is us expressing ourselves through clothing.
And speaking of clothing, what does Long Live offer?
We usually do hats, different styles of hats. We do shirts, also outerwear. So we do jackets, we do hoodies, we do also do shades and tank tops. We're also like experimenting with other apparel. So we're gonna be in the future. We're gonna plan on bringing out like different kinds, like maybe work with like socks or just like different accessories that you can bring out with.
The designs and artwork on the apparel comes from artistic director and part owner Jeff Ejan, but Iglesias says all the guys come to the table with ideas.
We usually have meetings once a week, and we just talk about, we just hang out, basically just hanging out, and then ideas flow from there. It's just brainstorming there, and things just come up and it just comes out. We just get inspired by things around us and what influences us, and we just create it from there.
At the grand opening last Friday, the Long Live team was humbled by the outpour of support, especially from those who have been there since day one.
We had like Fat Tofu, we had Never Dreamt, and these guys have been our friends since day one, and our DJs like Future Movement, they've been supporting us throughout, and Stacks, the catering service, the food. We're all just friends, and it was one of those things we never expected to make it an event. It was just one of those, we told that we're gonna have a grand opening, and then people just came up to us and said, hey, can we perform, or can we cater and all this stuff? And we're like, yeah, sure. And it became a thing where we didn't expect the outcome.
Support local and stop by Long Live. Long Live is open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and can be found in Tamuning, right next to Manny's Bake Shop.
Come over, hang out, and we want this place to be a creative hub for Guam artists. So come over, share your ideas. They have something they want to show and try to showcase it. Bring it over here, and we can see what we can do to help it, like, so people can be more aware about all the talent on Guam.
Stay up to date with the latest releases and events by liking Long Live Clothing Co. on Facebook and following on Instagram. Coming up, we head on over to Tumon and check out the Legends of Guam collection at La Sportsac. You're watching In the Mix.
This program is brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
There's no place on Guam like Chuck E. Cheese's. It's tons of fun with so many games, and parties are a blast, where everyone has fun. Come and party at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam. Call and book your party today.
The Down Syndrome Association of Guam exists to support families of individuals with Down syndrome. We're a group of parents who have children with Down syndrome and know the joys and challenges of raising them. For more information about the health, development, and education of a child or adult with Down syndrome, please contact Vicky Ariola at 472-6114.
Tourism is Guam's #1 industry. It creates jobs and brings in spending. When a visitor comes to Guam, they spend their money on hotels, on transportation, on shopping, dining out. They're happy they came to Guam. And who else is happy? The hotel they stay in and the bell at the hotel. Tour bus drivers and tour guides. The stores they shop at and the banks they use. The restaurant and the waiters. The supplier who delivered the ingredients. And the farmer who supplied the produce. From real estate to retail, tourism has a positive impact on every industry. When tourists pay taxes, it means locals pay less. Let's make sure our local economy grows so it becomes strong and healthy. Make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Support tourism.
At Cars Plus and Mighty, we're celebrating President's Day in a huge way. Nothing says boss like the Ram 1500, voted Guam's best truck 2 years in a row. Take up the 4750 off, or the Jeep Wrangler. Take up the 2500 off. How about the award-winning 2017 Hyundai Accent, now $12,995, or the redesigned 2017 Hyundai Elantra, now $16,995. Visit CarsPlusGuam.com today for quick and easy financing. It's all happening right here at Cars Plus and Mighty, celebrating President's Day all month long. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Hafaday and welcome back. I first found out about the Legends of Guam collection from La Sportsac when I found it on Instagram. So what did? We made our way over to the plaza in Tumon and checked it out for ourselves. Here's more. I love Guam-centric stuff, and the Le Sportsac Legends of Guam series definitely caught my eye. Le Sportsac is an iconic brand with a global outlook. The company has become known worldwide for its lightweight, high-quality accessories, combining whimsical colors and prints with on-the-go functionality and enduring quality. Store supervisor Alfredo Rodriguez.
Le Sportsac has been making functional nylon bags since 1974. The fabrics are lightweight nylon ripstop. They're very durable and strong.
And you're sure to find one that fits your needs and suits your personality. They're stylish, versatile bags that are made for the modern, mobile lifestyle and packed with possibilities.
Handbags, totes, travel bags, messenger bags, backpacks, and small pouches.
Prints usually vary with season, and there are even special collections with Disney, Peanuts, and collaborations with artists and designers like Stella McCartney and Gwen Stefani. But the one I'm here for...
One of the newest ones that we work closely with the New York team is we created a new print called Legends of Guam. That's one of the new Guam exclusive. Yeah, it's perfect for people on the go and with an active lifestyle, and they just want to use the bag every day.
The Legends of Guam series was released in December of last year.
The inspiration for the bag itself, the name of the bag is called the Legends of Guam. So in the print, you can find the iconic locations such as the Talafufu Falls, the Two Lovers Point. You can find like tells a story basically. It has the beaches and flowers, and then it has also cultural symbols such as the Galaidi, the Serena, and also the Latte House also. So that's really distinctive designs that you can only find on Guam.
On the exclusive Guam bags, you'll find a cute charm as well. According to Rodriguez, to celebrate the successful launch of the Legends of Guam series, they created special items that you can only find right here on Guam.
We have special t-shirts, the half a day t-shirt. It comes with a brand as well. And then we also have bottle of flask, and we also have a towels as well too.
And exciting things are happening soon for Le Sportsac on Island.
Since we're trying to create more Guam exclusive, we also collaborate with the New York team again to create a new Guam exclusive called Memories of Guam. It'll be launched later this year.
For more information and to keep up with the latest promotions and releases, like Le Sportsac Guam on Facebook and follow Le Sportsac on Instagram. In the meantime, grab yourself or someone special in your life a Legends of Guam exclusive.
They should get it because it's only you want to represent the island itself. So we actually, one of the things that we wanted to do is we really wanted to represent Guam, and that we call our home, and then make people from abroad to look at it and then think like, wow, this is Guam, and it's so beautiful and so colorful and vibrant. They should visit Guam too.
You can only find it at Le Sportsac in the Plaza in Tumon or at the pop-up shop at the Tumon Sands Plaza. Coming up, we have KUAM Connections, and a little bit later, I-94's Andy Wheeler tells us about I Rock the Mic. You're watching In the Mix.
Hi, I'm interested in one of your new Samsung devices.
I have the one just for you.
We're increasing the amount of 4G LTE data on our new rate plans, giving people more of what they want to do more of the things they want.
So what do you think?
Nice.
Your love is like a fireplace. Your warm, sweet embrace. I want to see your face again. Your love is like a fireplace. Your warm, sweet embrace. I want to see your face again. 'Cause I'm caught up in the current of your love. And as you walk along the beach alone to escape the walls of stone, amplified by the musical tone, supplied by the John Dang Show. Supplied by the John Dang Show. Rockin' steady, I'm gonna put it on you. Are you ready? Caught up in the current of your love.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist. Over 20 years of experience.
And we're back. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, there's Chicago Med, there's Chicago PD, there's Chicago Fire, and now there's Chicago Justice. Here's more on the latest installment from creator Dick Wolf.
Juries love a good story, Peter. Just tell them.
Powerhouse creator Dick Wolf delivers a captivating new installment to the hit Chicago franchise.
Then ask, Officer Atwater, did you kill Justin Wilkes? No, investigators, I didn't kill Justin Wilkes. See how easy that is.
Just like Chicago PD, the state's attorney's dedicated team of prosecutors and investigators navigate heated city politics and controversy head-on, while fearlessly pursuing justice. As they take on the city's high-stakes and often media-frenzied cases, they must balance public opinion, power struggles within the system, and their unwavering passion for the law. At the center of the show is prosecutor Peter Stone, played by Philip Winchester, the ambitious deputy chief of the Special Prosecutions Bureau. Relentless in his quest for justice, it's more than a job, it's a purpose. Stone is shooting at a target that only he can see. This often puts him in direct conflict with Mark Jeffries, played by Carl Weathers, the Cook County State's attorney who sees the world through a political prism.
Mark Jeffries, as a black state's attorney in a city like Chicago, is about as conveniently pertinent to today as you can get. The loss of a child. I can't even imagine.
While Jeffries believes that a good prosecutor gives a jury and the public a clear, clean, and digestible narrative, Stone is convinced the law isn't always best served in a soundbite.
Courtroom dramas are interesting to us all because it gives us a little bit of a window into a world that most of us aren't that familiar with. And so it's the workings of the people who are either being prosecuted or who are being defended, their lives and how they got into the fixes, the jams they're in.
Together with their team, Stone and Jeffries strive to bring some much-needed justice to the city of Chicago. The team also includes Assistant State's Attorney Anna Valdez, played by Monica Barbaro, a passionate newcomer who's more flexible and willing to bend the rules to get the right result. Laura Nagel, played by Joelle Carter, a tough-as-nails state's attorney investigator that sees each case through the eyes of the victim. And a familiar face from Chicago PD, Antonio Dawson, played by John Cita, a level-headed and by-the-book detective turned chief investigator.
Dick Wolf, he had this great idea to take Antonio from PD, move him over to Justice. I think it's a real smart way to just blend the two shows even more, and I think it works pretty easly. You have the cases that are going on in Justice and how they can affect the PD world. It's something that was kind of from left field, and I think it's I'm still kind of wrapping my brain around it, but I think it's really smart. And I'm just honored to be a part of it.
Mark your calendars for the series premiere of Chicago Justice.
And I think Chicago Justice was, it just really made sense to do it because you have fire, you have med, you have PD. So Justice is bringing you into the court system, and a lot of the things that happen on fire or med, they can connect into cases on the prosecuting side, on the defense side.
Airing March 6th at 8 p.m. only on NBC TV8. Stick around, we have I-94's Andy Wheeler, who tells us everything about I Rock the Mic, and we close up the show with music from Angelo Molinas. You're watching In the Mix.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Moss.
A beautiful, healthy smile is an expression of confidence. The more confident you are about your smile, the more likely you are to fully express your feelings without having to worry about the way your teeth look.
Before cosmetic dentistry, I didn't smile as much. I didn't have the confidence, and it shows. And since I've had cosmetic dentistry done, I feel 10 times more confident. I make my initial introduction with a nice big smile and a handshake, and I just feel like it really is a relationship builder, a nice warm smile, and it makes the clients and customers feel more comfortable with you, feeling confident, and they feel that you're not just there for business, that you're also there kind of as a friend as well. So I mean, it's amazing how powerful a smile can be. A good smile.
Since your smile makes a significant impression on those around you, it is important that it makes the impression you want it to make.
Off a day and welcome back. Now, before we get to Angelo Molinas, Andy Wheeler is here to tell us everything you need to know about I Rock the Mic, which kicks off tonight at Raku Karaoke. Here's more.
All right, thanks, Joan. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. I Rock the Mic. Now, this is something we did a few years ago, a couple years ago. I can't remember. Time all just kind of runs on. But we had a great time doing it. And what it is, we're going to get together every Thursday night at Raku Karaoke, which is a great place to sing. If you're ever down in Tumon, feel like getting out with your friends and singing. But what we decided to do is I Rock the Mic to see who rocks the mic and give them a chance to win some great prizes. So if you've ever been to Raku, you know it's a chill place. You can get the private room or you can sing in the main room and just have a good time with your friends. And we're going to get people down there tonight and every Thursday for the next few weeks. And all it is basically come down, enjoy some beverages, and sing whatever song it is. We're not judging. You want to sing Bieber? You want to sing Backstreet Boys? You want to sing, J.D. Crutch? Whatever it is, you can come on down and do that. And then the crowd decides who is the champion, who rocked the mic the most. And they're going to get great prizes, maybe a bar tab from Raku Karaoke. So if you've got a birthday to celebrate or you've got, maybe a bachelorette party, ladies, come on down. Or whatever it is, you've just got the day off on Fridays, come on down to Raku Karaoke and rock the mic with us. We're going to be broadcasting live so you can listen on I-94 FM. We might even go live with some of the singing. Now, since I went professional as far as karaoke, I'm not allowed to compete in this. So you're welcome. All you amateurs out there, you're still eligible. So come down, bring your friends or just yourself. If you've got a voice and you want to sing some songs, maybe win some great prizes, it's Raku Karaoke down in Tumon tonight from 9 to midnight and every Thursday for the next few weeks, maybe a couple months. You guys just got to come on down and hang out with us. So that's happening tonight. And all the things that are happening with I-94, you can find out more information on the Andy and Mariah. I'm the Andy in the Andy and Mariah in the AM show, by the way, in case you were confused as to which one is Mariah and which one is Andy. That's me. We're on the air every day from 6 to 11. We've got some big things coming up, and there's always fun stuff happening, so make sure you tune in. Joan, thank you.
Well, that's our program. Thank you so much for watching. Now, remember, if there's something you'd like to see featured on the show, email me at joan@kuam.com. You can also find us on Facebook by typing in KUAM in the mix. Follow me on Snapchat and Instagram at Joan Charfris. Until then, have a great evening, be safe, and as promised, we close out the show tonight with music from the talented Angelo Molinas when he was recently here on Live Local Fridays on Guam's favorite I-94. Enjoy and good night.
You had me, baby. You had me good. And I was foolish, stuck on stupid, scared of losing, then I lost when you left me, baby. Should've known you would. Girl, you left me wounded, disillusioned, mass confusion as you walked out the door. So I'm not gonna lie, I had me shook for a while to pick myself up off the dance floor. And I open my eyes up the beautiful smiles. Don't give up anymore. Now that I'm all alone and the party's on, girl, I'm so glad that it's over. Nice to have known you, but I got to go 'cause the party's on and me life is good, yeah. Girl, I'm so glad that it's over. Nice to have known you, but I've got to go, yeah. Said you want me back. It makes you angry. See me doing good. Girl, you brought it on yourself. Can't blame nobody else for nothing. Nothing, yeah. There goes our love is gone and faded. I bet you wish that you had waited. Look at the picture you had painted. It ain't no more name, baby. Said I'm not gonna lie, had me shook for a while to pick myself up off the dance floor. But I open my eyes, saw them beautiful smiles. Don't give up anymore. Now that I'm all alone and the party's on, yeah. Girl, I'm so glad that it's over. Nice to have known you, but I've got to go 'cause the party's on and me life is good, yeah. Girl, I'm so glad that it's over. Nice to have known you, but I've got to go, yeah.